Hi, please, come, sit down.
Thank you,
Sergio.
Jose. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
I was expecting you to say.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, could I have your resume, please?
Sure. Here you go.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I already received these by email. I already took a good look at it, and it's a very impressive resume. But
Okay.
thank you for bringing a copy.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so, seems you're applying for the entry-level help desk job, right?
Right, correct.
Okay, awesome. So, why don't we start by you telling me a little bit about yourself?
So, I'm pretty much a graduating here in Cal State LA. This will be my last semester here. I am a computer information systems major, currently 25 years old. I am pretty much trying to look for places and everything to strive my knowledge and everything, as well as to be able to build up the ranks and everything.
Okay, that's very good. Why do you want this job?
The reason why I want this job is because usually if I want to become like the CIO or become the CTO of a company, I want to be able to start from the bottom and everything and work my way up, because obviously I will need the experience and everything. I feel like you guys have the right tools and resources to be able to aspire for me to be able to work with you guys and be able to go further into the career.
Yeah, you're correct about that. Everyone starts at the bottom. Okay, so that brings me to my next question. Where would you like to be in your career 5 years from now?
So 5 years from now, I will probably be, as I mentioned before, if I'm not going to be on the CIO, at least I'll be close to it. So I could become a senior tech officer or a senior IT officer, and pretty much just learning all the information technology that has been offered in the company. And from there, I can be able to further my knowledge, as well as the experience I will be gaining in this field. So I can be able to go further and be able to strive to apply for the CIO position.
Perfect. Okay, describe how you would handle a situation in which you are required to finish multiple tasks by the end of the day, and there was no conceivable way that you could finish them.
So the first thing I would probably do is look at the tasks that are due. If they're pretty much due, have been past due already, I will work on those immediately to get it done. Then I will work on the ones that I would have to, that are due either today or tomorrow, for example, and be able to work on those. Now, I know that there's limited time to be able to do it, so the ones that I cannot be able to, that I can be able to put it off for a little bit longer, I can. Unless if it's crucial to the company to get it done, then what I would do is I would actually ask for assistance, because of course I'm a human being. We're all humans. We all can't be able to make it on time. Usually, we, as much as we could and everything, we strive to get here on time, but sometimes a little help can get the company going and everything, rather than pretty much pulling the company behind. In my perspective, I would prefer that I would get enough help to be able to prevent the company from falling back behind schedule. Or if it's a project that needs to be done, I want to prevent the project to not fall behind schedule than it should be.
Okay, very good. By the way, do you have any disabilities?
I'm sorry, could you rephrase that one more time?
Oh yeah, sure, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ask like that. What I meant is, can you perform the specific duties of the job?
I believe I can. I'm pretty much all healthy and everything. I can be able to type and everything, as well as to be able to think properly and everything, as well as not have any issues that I probably won't have that hinder my capabilities.
Okay, very good. I'm sorry about that. It's just that
It's totally
I
fine.
missed
I
it.
appreciate it though. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, can you give me an example of a time that you felt you went above and beyond the call of duty at work?
So what I've done above and beyond in the past, in my workplace, when I used to work for the iRescue company, this lady was pretty much trying to figure out why the battery wasn't working and everything. and I had, one of my coworkers was trying to figure out the battery and everything. I had pretty much finished a project. I was, fixing a glass on the laptop screen. So pretty much, what happened was that was supposed to pretty much clock out of work and everything. So I did and everything, and then when the lady was pretty much arguing with my coworker, I pretty much had stepped in and actually asked what was going on. And my coworker was explaining about to the lady that, who apparently, she only spoke Spanish. And of course, my coworker was having a hard time trying to translate and, speak in Spanish and everything. So what happened was that I pretty much, stepped in and I actually asked my coworker what was the issue, and he was telling me about the battery problem, that it was pretty much corroded and needed to have a water check diagnosis. So I basically translated to the lady about what was the situation, and from there she pretty much asked if they can be salvaged or saved. So I told my coworker that I can be able to handle it, and let me check to see what was going on. And so the coworker was pretty much, said, okay, so let me go ahead, I'll leave it to you. So pretty much I did the self-diagnosis on it and everything, and it turns out that it did get wet a little bit and everything. So what I told her was that it was water damage, but it was still able to work and function. I did tell her that at the discretion that it will not work at 100% because it has a significant water damage. So I explained to her that she can get another battery replacement because the battery is no longer working. So I told her that we can pretty much replace it. I can pretty much replace it for the time frame and everything of that it can be replaced. She agreed to it and everything and paid for the battery and everything. So that was one experience that I had to go over beyond within my working boundaries and everything. So that was something that it was pretty resourceful.
Okay, yeah, that's some nice customer skills, very good. So, what kind of training do you think you might need to be ready to start?
So, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of things that I have properly learned and everything. There are still more things I would like to learn, and I'm really eager to learn new things and everything, such as be able to become a business analyst and everything, as well as be able to pick up information about say if you guys are coming up with a new way to be able to come to work with Axis and Oracle and everything like that, I can be able to do some research into it and be able to perhaps improve the database that you guys are needing to improve, as well as be able to come up with ideas from a project management perspective, that if you guys needed some ideas or any projects that you guys want to go ahead and incorporate and everything, I am more willing to be able to take in the reins and be able to learn the footsteps and everything of what you guys have to offer or what you guys are willing to share with.
Okay, very good, yeah. We'll be sure to train you and help you with whatever you need.
Okay.
What is your personal mission statement?
So with my personal mission statement is pretty much in the sense that I want to be able to help out the people as well as protect the people I care about. And with doing so, I want to go ahead and actually create, in a sense, in today's technology, and anyone can be breached. So my mission is basically to prevent that from anyone getting pretty much having their identities stolen or their lives ruined because of one little mistake or possible breaching of hacks and everything.
Okay. How many kids do you have?
I'm sorry, I
Okay,
don't
no,
think that's appropriate.
Yeah, we can do that later. Don't worry, when we fill the proper paperwork.
Okay, alright,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was just curious about it, but I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, thank you.
Okay. What would be your ideal working environment?
So I would probably, I've pretty much worked in two different perspectives, and I was able to work with people and everything, knowing that I worked with my coworkers in the past and pretty much got along with them and everything. Also, I've been able to work individually to make sure that everything is maintained, to be able to maintain all the maintenance of all the computers and everything, as well as like any, I haven't been able to aspire to get into project management yet, but for me, I would pretty much like to work in an environment that I can be able to be flexible with. I mean, I don't mind working with people or being able to work with myself and everything. With working by myself, I'm still getting used to it and everything. I won't, don't get me wrong with it, but what I'm trying to do is pretty much get better at it. So that way, in case if I were to get into assuming position to become a CIO, of course, pretty much everything, as you know, will fall onto the CIO to make sure that everything's up to date. Everything pretty much from the CIO needs to learn how to maintain a system database and everything of all technical information for the company and making sure that the company doesn't fall.
Okay, perfect. Those are all the questions I have for you today. Do you have any question for me?
Yeah, I do have one particular and everything. Pretty much, what were the things that you expect out of it? If you were pretty much in my position and you have a little bit of the knowledge and everything, what would you expect for the person to? What would you expect yourself to be when you get into this job?
Well, we're looking for recent graduates, you know, we want people that have recently graduated from college. We want them to be eager to learn. We don't mind if they don't have all the necessary experience, you know. We wanna train them and we expect them to be with the company for a long time, you know. We don't wanna train you for a year or something and later you can move on to another company. So we wanna train you really well, we want you to like this workplace, so as you mentioned before, so you can grow up in the ranks, you know, you can start from the bottom. So that's our ideal, you know, our main goal.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds something I would want to work with and everything, so, pretty much have nothing else for right now, with the exception of hopefully hearing a response from you pretty time soon.
Yeah, we'll let you know between 2 weeks or something like that, but we'll let you know. Don't worry,
Okay.
you'll receive a call from us.
Okay.
Alright, perfect.
Thank
Well, I really enjoyed our meeting. Nice
Thank you so
meeting
much.
Jose.
Thank you.
Alright.
Have a good one.
Thank you.